I wanted to talk to you guys about eating in bed. I will eat soup in bed.
Well, the weirdest thing is when I go to somebody else's house and I go get in their bed. This is Big Dink Energy, the pickleball podcast that's half insight, half nonsense, and all entertainment. If you love pickleball, don't take yourself too seriously and think a little trash talk makes the game better, welcome home. This is the place where life and pickleball intersect. We celebrate the chaos, call out the nonsense, and put the fun back in dysfunction. You're either in or you're out. And if you're still listening, you're in. So let's go. Big Dink Energy starts now. Rev up your ear holes. We're coming into them right now and everywhere that you listen to us with episode 21, guys.
I know.
Episode 21. We're doing the thing. This episode brought to you by the Pretty Pickleball Company. You can serve, you can smash, but can you slay queen while you do it? Where elegance meets competition and every woman gets to embrace her inner pickleball princess. Yeah, these paddles are more than just pretty. They're built to perform. Crafted from premium Toray T700 carbon fiber. Yeah, that's a thing. With a honeycomb polypropylene core and a 14 millimeter thickness. Do you need to know all that? No. You need to know they're pretty and they're functional and they're fast and they're hard. Perfect balance of power and control. Each one features fairy tale inspired designs and comes in luxury storybook packaging. You're not going to want to throw it away. So your gear feels just as good as your game. Ready to stand out on the court? Head to theprettypickleballcompany.com and use code BIGDINKENERGY15 for 15% off your first order. Play pretty, rule the court.
Ooh, I want to get another one now.
Mm-hmm.
I love those.
All right. It's time for our kitchen talk.
Oh, I love kitchen talk. So this is just coming into our world and sitting around the table talking with us just like you're in our kitchen.
Yeah. So I was thinking we should do kitchen confessions.
Okay.
So this is something your younger self did that you are not proud of. Something petty, maybe illegal, who knows? But no judgment-ish.
Judgment free.
No judgment here.
This is a full judgmental zone that we are in.
I agree with that.
Definitely. So who wants to start?
I got one.
Go for it.
Okay.
So when I was a kid, a lot of my childhood was spent at my grandmother's house. Both parents worked full-time jobs, so hanging out at grandma's house was cool because grandma lived kind of like in a downtown kind of area, and there was a supermarket like right around the corner. And I was old enough, and it was at the time when you could just send young toddlers, young tykes, if you will, out to the mean streets. And so I would, we would walk over there and we'd get candy and stuff like that. But I remember one time specifically, I was not allowed to have a lot of gum. And I don't know the reason for that. And there's probably some trauma I need to unpack about that. But I stole a pack of Hubba Bubba gum. And I remember it to this day because I got back to my grandmother's house and one of the adults, I think it was my mom, she saw it. And she said, "Where'd you get that gum?" And I said, "Well, I can't even remember the name of the store. I got it from this place." And she goes, "Well, where did you pay for it?" I said, as a kid, you're not a good liar.
Right?
Yeah, you think you're good in your head. Like,
yeah.
Uh-huh. Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's like, no, they gave it to me.
to
I think I said something stupid like that. Like it was gum day at the store, right? They were just giving out
Oh my
gum.
gosh.
So I had to get into the car, and it was a Pinto. I remember it was a Ford Pinto, and we drove back to the store, and I got marched in there, and I had to tell them what I did, and I had to pay them the full quarter that it cost.
Oh,
I'm a little bit
man.
older generation, but it was like a quarter for this pack of Hubba Bubba gum, and I remember it to this day.
yeah, that's a good lesson, though.
It is.
Stuck with you.
It is. I've only stolen 5 more packs of gum since then.
Paddle Princess?
Oh my gosh. I mean, there's a lot. I did a lot of crazy things that my younger self is not proud of. Keeping it
PG.
PG and family related. I would say the one thing that I'm really, really not proud of was how I treated my sister. We hated each other growing up. Like we would come
Younger or older?
She's 3 years younger than I am. We still hate each other, but I mean, life goes on. But it is what it is.
Maybe you should invite her out to play pickleball.
Right. No, we haven't spoken. But anyways, when we were younger...
Maybe I'll invite her to play pickleball.
We were just complete opposites. And we would go at it with each other. She would have her little group of friends, and I had mine. And I was a cheerleader growing up. I was always involved in school and activities and sports. And she was very kind of goth skater girl, and we would literally just come to blows with each other.
Wow.
Her friends would be yelling at my friends would be yelling at her friends. And I think that if I would have cultivated that relationship when we were younger and maybe tried to understand her more instead of just being like, you're weird, I don't like you, then maybe as adults we might have had a better relationship.
What about you?
Yeah, what brought this on?
Steph?
Well, I was thinking the other day when I was driving, that's what brought this whole thing on.
Boy.
Because my son needed cologne. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to go, I need to run out there and get him cologne. And then I'm driving and I just start laughing.
Was it Jacquard Noir?
No.
Aqua di Gio?
I just start laughing because I had a long-term boyfriend of like, I don't know, forever, 7 years or something. But then I met somebody else. This is such a terrible story. I feel so bad. And the guy that I liked while I was also with my boyfriend wore a certain type of cologne called Issey Miyake. And it was chef's kiss. Love it. Love it to this day.
Good stuff.
So what I did was I went and bought that cologne. Oh, I feel so terrible. And I gifted it to my boyfriend.
There you go.
Yes.
So that he would start wearing it.
Because it smells good.
Because it smells good. But it reminded me of the other person I liked.
Oh, yeah, that's a trigger.
So.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Fortunately, though.
It all worked out
for the best because I'm married to that man now.
Yeah.
So not the boyfriend.
You know it, girl.
And to this day, you still wear
it.
Issey Miyake. But I laughed to myself. I was like, that was so mean. Like, oh my God. Like, it's so.
And that's a.
Like, those are just immature things.
But that's
right?
That's a swing. I mean, that's a big swing because cologne is based on body type too. Like,
that's true.
Like
yeah.
the musk that I normally put out.
Oh my gosh.
Mixes with the Issey Miyake.
How long have you been wearing that for?
I have a certain musk.
God.
Probably coming through your ear holes right now.
You've been wearing that cologne. I mean, we've been married for 24 years almost. So.
Yeah. And now people know my secret. Because people are always like, oh, you smell good. And I don't tell them what it is because I don't want people onto this thing.
No, I'll buy it for him, though.
Yeah, no kidding. No. If you like my wife and she gives you cologne.
Anyways, that just made me, I was like, this is just in my kitchen mind, in my head, just bouncing around. And I'm just like, oh, that was not.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But I didn't land on the Issey Miyake and it wasn't even in the military. It was way out into law enforcement. And I smelled it on somebody else. And I was like, okay, I got that, It wasn't another girl, though. I didn't smell it on a girl.
You weren't like, hey, boyfriend, start wearing this so I'll like you.
Yeah, and Issey Miyake is specific to gender. So it wasn't like CK1.
No.
Where she could wear it, I could wear it.
Oh, my gosh.
No, it was specific and it was mean. I was a mean girl.
You like your smell. You like your smells, though.
Oh no,
maybe just like a little selfish. Like you just really liked it.
No, you're trying to sugarcoat it. I literally had the wrong intentions.
Yeah.
It was bad, and I admitted it to myself in the car, and I asked for forgiveness and laughed about it, and then said, "I want to know everybody else's stuff because I know
there you
everybody
go.
else is out here
We
doing
do
the
want to
same thing."
know what are the mistakes or the colognes of your life that you've made. Pictures are great. Stories are better for us. And we got fan mail that I want to share that goes along. I don't know if it's along, but so a huge thanks to Dr. Taylor from Oklahoma City. Listen, we've got doctors listening to us.
I know.
These are people that are smart listening to us. So Dr. Taylor from Oklahoma, OKC, as they say, thanks for the kind words. He says, I got to play pickleball for the first time a few years ago, right after a family funeral. Wah, wah. Way to bring us down. And she was not only my teammate, but also my first ever pickleball teacher. A little bit of romance there, maybe. What a wonderful memory and an even more wonderful person. So, Dr. Taylor, thanks for listening to us. We hope that we bring you joy and laughter in your life. That's the design of this podcast, anyhow. So you want to send us a shout out too? Hit the send us a text link at the top of the show notes for the show you're listening to right now. It's super easy and it really helps us out. And it shares this weirdness that we're doing with a lot of people. So,
share it like you share cologne, folks.
Yeah. Maybe not like you share cologne. Put our podcast in your husband's listening.
tonight. Just the Tip, quick pickleball wisdom in and out before you know it. Just the Tip is sponsored by My Paddle, custom silicone bands that make your paddle unmistakably yours. Right now, if you purchase My Paddles 4 or more, you get 50% off. And if you even buy 6 or more, you get free U.S. shipping. So there's no more mix-up at Open Play. Go to mypaddle.com, mypadl.com right now to make your paddle as bold as your game. So this Just the Tip is to stay out of the kitchen. In pickleball, the kitchen, aka the non-volley zone, is a 7-foot area on either side of the net where you cannot hit the ball out of the air. If your feet touch the line or step in while you're volleying, that's a fault. And yes, people will absolutely call you on that. You can step into the kitchen if the ball bounces first, but once you hit it, get out as quickly as you can. Hanging out in there puts you out of position and risks being caught mid-lob or mid-argument. So remember, volley outside the kitchen, dink smart inside it, and always respect the line.
Respect the line.
Respect it.
Just the Tip.
It's time for Pickle Pals.
The people and places of pickleball. Today we're diving into the eye of the storm with Andrea, the powerhouse behind Cat 5 Pickleball. Transforming a simple game into a community movement, she's building a vibe where hustle, mindset, and legit coaching meet confidence and community. So if you've ever wanted to play harder, train smarter, or just look like you know what you're doing while doing drills, you're going to love this one today. Andrea, thanks so much for being here on the Big Dink Energy podcast. Off the bat, I got to know about Cat 5, right? How I know where you're located. You're located in Louisiana, so obviously I think I get the gist there. But for our listeners, how'd you come up with Cat 5?
It is absolutely a play on words with the whole hurricane situation for the area. So our full name is Category 5 Pickleball, but now we've just become known as Cat 5. We're about 35 minutes outside of New Orleans on the North Shore and are just making a name for ourselves.
Awesome. So yeah, I wanted to make sure people didn't think you were a crazy cat lady. And that's like there's
definitely not
5
it.
Cats running around inside the pickleball court.
That's not it. Sometimes we have dogs come. People will bring their dogs sometimes, but no cats.
Yeah. Well, people don't want to play with cats. I mean, the cats don't even want to play with people. So what ignited your passion for pickleball, and then how did that evolve into Cat 5?
Yeah, sure. I grew up playing racquetball and soccer. Actually, I don't have a tennis background. I played racquetball my whole life. And my husband's a Marine. We moved around everywhere. So with that, I would coach soccer and or racquetball for times. And so I've always been in the community, just helping out, volunteering and doing stuff in that way. And then pickleball is something that my whole family can do. My husband's an Ironman athlete. My son plays tennis. My daughter played soccer. Pickleball was something that we could all do together with my parents, with nieces and nephews, right? And so it just, and as I have coached and taught other things, I was like, this is something that I could coach and just start to do in the community. And then we moved to Louisiana. I started several programs in the area in St. Tammany and Mandeville, and just at different clubs or different parks, different things. But ultimately, I was approached by a few families that wanted to open a brick and mortar indoor facility. And they didn't have a ton of pickleball experience, but they knew that pickleball was all the rage and it would be a great thing for our community having an indoor spot. And they wanted me to help. And so I connected with these other families, and that was about a year and a half ago. And here we are.
So when we're talking about that community, and you touched on it a little bit, how do you foster those vibes, right? How do you foster the sense of belonging? How do you capture those guys that have never, or gals that have never played pickleball before? But also, how do you play in your local community as well?
We are super excited about the variety of programs that we offer. We offer everything from, we have intro to pickleball clinics several times a week. We have beginner DUPR nights. We have things just for ladies. We have a $2,000 muddy ball coming up with players coming in from Texas to Florida. So we tried to offer something literally for everyone in the community. We're starting an inter-club league where we're hosting teams from the local park, from the South Shore, from, you know what I mean? Where
right, yeah.
It's just, we are trying to invite every demographic, no matter where you play, just to let everybody know, like everybody kind of has their home court, whether it's in their neighborhood or an athletic club or even hopefully Cat 5. But, if we want everybody to feel welcome where we're at, and we have the luxury of being indoors. So if the weather's bad, we want all those other communities to know that they can come to us for their beginner open play or an advanced DUPR night. We just try to offer something for everyone to bring them in.
Yeah, in your neck of the woods, it's so everything is unique, right? So everybody has their own jambalaya. Everybody
Yeah.
has their way that they do alligator. And so I imagine you bring a lot of that flavor to your own courts right there too. So that's because it is small little pockets out there in Louisiana where everybody thinks that theirs is the best, but you guys bringing your flavor to it and making sure everybody's included. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So Category 5, known for its innovative programs. I've seen your May the 4th. I've seen the Star Wars kind of theme. And I've seen some of the glow-in-the-dark pickleball, obviously. Where's the inspiration? Is that you or is that a team you have? Where's the inspiration for those things?
The glow pickle was something when we took over an old Tuesday morning and we had to completely redo the lights and everything like that. So when we were designing the indoor facility, we one of us made a suggestion about like, hey, we should just go ahead and put black lights in. Like while we're doing this,
Yeah, why
let's
not?
put black lights in. So then it literally is just the flip of a switch. Because we're trying to think of different things for casual players. Like really competitive players don't care a ton about glow pickle because it's
Right.
not really the same as regular pickleball, right? Like it's
Right.
just a good time. It's a novelty. It's a good time.
Well, kids and families do.
100%. And even
Yeah.
like our competitive people might come in every once in a while, right? But that's not how they're going to come in to like really get their game on. People
Right.
will come in to do it for a good time and the novelty of it. But so we really just were thinking of different sessions that we could offer to bring in different people. And Glow Pickle absolutely caters to families and new people that are just trying to check it out. That's where that kind of came from.
I love that. Have you guys done the, I've seen it before. Have you done the use anything as a paddle? Have you done?
No,
Oh,
we haven't
gosh.
yet.
Yeah.
I just had someone mention that to me.
Yeah. Some of those look outrageous, but yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It could be scary, because we have a kind of a tennis vibey kind of thing, a little badminton thing in there as well. And then walking in those doors, if you've never played before, you may have your wooden paddle from Walmart and you heard about pickleball and
Right.
someone's dragging you to this. So that
Right.
kind of vibe that you all bring to it, that's so awesome for those people that are just trying to figure out what is this cult or community, whatever you want to call it, and is it for me? And so obviously when they
Right.
walk in there and they see that, they've got an okay, yeah, this is definitely
We've
for me.
had an inflatable tournament before on Halloween. We had like people dressed in inflatables and play like do
Yes.
one of those. That's a good time. And when people do come in for like if beginners come in with their like $20 Walmart paddle or a wooden paddle, we'll always kind of let them start the clinic that way. And then ultimately we have a fantastic pro shop. We'll put other paddles in their hands, but we just tell them, hey man, we're just glad you're here. I don't care what paddle you
That's right.
have. That paddle got you in the door, and we're glad you're here. So
Yeah. So you do a lot of the coaching, and you're kind of touching on one of the things that I love about pickleball too. Outside the community is kind of the mental health aspect of it.
Yeah.
This is a way that I see. With your husband being prior military, myself with a military background in law enforcement, I see a path forward for guys and gals that have seen and experienced different things that come in. Get into a community that isn't a high barrier to get into and just be surrounded by people that can help maybe with your mental health. And I'm guessing, doing some of the coaching, you bring a lot of that to your coaching as well. Would that be fair to say?
absolutely. We have several coaches on staff, and all of us are, some just kind of might coach a couple hours a week, but our senior coach, Jeff, he coaches several hours a week, and I'm in there a little bit. We always just try to make everybody, whether we're coaching or we also have sessions called Prayer and Pickle, where we've got like
Yeah.
just a little more welcoming. It's just about a good time. We're not coaching or anything like that. It's just come as you are kind of thing.
Mhm.
We do really just try to let people know, like, hey, don't get uptight about this. We're playing a game called pickleball. You know what I mean? Like it is our business, but also it's called pickleball. Like we can just be here and have a good time, and everybody can just relax.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got a tournament coming up. You're walking onto the court and they say, hey, we need your walk-on music. What is your walk-on music?
It would be "Jump Around" by House of Pain.
Okay, all right. I like that. That's a good song. I like that.
Mhm.
That came out of left field. I was not expecting that. I'm just going to tell you. That's awesome. Do you have
Yeah.
any favorite pickleball shots that you just love?
I have a one-handed backhand coming from racquetball. I have a one-handed backhand, and I'm incorporating it into my game. But I love having one-handed backhand. It's been very good for me.
It's tough having to keep your wrist straight. Do you find that? Because I play racquetball too.
Yeah, I mean, my forehand for sure, my timing coming over from racquetball, it's great at the kitchen, right? Like my hands are fast and all that, but my forehand, my timing is definitely off, but on my backhand, it just works. Like
That's awesome.
fabulous. Yeah, it makes me happy.
Shot. Any memorable moments or something you've seen?
I played the US Open last year, not this year. Cat 5, I feel like every few months we hit some kind of growth spurt, something big happens and then we have to kind of take it in. Okay, keep moving. Like we hit this wicket, so we're constantly growing and stuff like that. It just seems like the sport is growing so much and I'm in it so much that there's always something.
Yeah, there is. It's the size of it is immense. I don't think people really truly understand. When you're seeing payouts at tournaments of $1 million, I mean, come on. And you got Tom Brady's and people like that owning teams.
Insane.
So
I kind of laugh a little when people tell me like, oh, the sport's kind of cooling off a little bit. And I'm like, no.
And you got people down from your Drew Brees. He's got a team, I think.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I love the community. I love the sport. I love that I can say that I'm in a sport at this age in my life.
Right. Right.
All right. Let everybody know about your socials, where we can find you on Cat 5.
Yeah. So our website, cat5pickleball.com. And then we're on Instagram and Facebook, Cat5Pickleball.
Awesome. Andrea. Thanks so much for talking with us today on the Big Dink Energy Podcast. Love what you're doing out there. We kind of go through that area as we're traveling to Florida or somewhere else. So I definitely want to poke my head in and play a game there.
Come see me for sure.
We'll make sure.
Absolutely.
So thanks so much for being on today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's that time where we give you something to toss up and we either send it over the net and it's a thumbs up or we destroy it. It's not for us, thumbs down.
Dink or Destroy is brought to you by Paddle Hands. We're talking fist bumps, hang loose signs, high fives, even paw prints. These paddle tappers are way more fun and safer than smacking raw graphite at the net. Snag yours at paddlehand.com. Use code BIGDINKEnergy10 for 10% off. Paddle Hands, because your paddle deserves flair and maybe a tiny rubber fist.
Oh, yeah.
So for Dink or Destroy, I wanted to talk to you guys about how you feel when it comes to eating in bed. I know for some people this is not a big topic, but for some people it's really controversial.
I think the topic should have been eating at the table.
Are there other places to eat food?
I know.
We're big bed eaters. I mean, we're not big per se. My body weight's just about right. So I don't. Someone else want to jump in? No, just hey, look at me just hanging out here by myself. Thank you all so much.
That's
awesome.
So excited to talk about bed eating.
We're just letting you have it. We're letting you have it.
You didn't say we're big bed wetters.
That's good.
I get that cologne from bed eating.
Okay, personally, I'm all for eating in bed. I only eat at the table when it's like a special occasion or when it's like we have people over, holiday, things along those lines. But for the most part, I'm exhausted by the time I get home. And typically it's after 9 o'clock at night. I don't want to make my food and then sit all prim and proper at the table. At that point, I've already got my pajamas on. I, don't want other people in my house to see me like that. So I'm just going to go and lay in my bed and eat my food and decompress because that's what I have to do.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to guess your pajamas are all matching. And I know for sure multiple pairs of them have monogram on them.
Hey,
come on.
Don't make fun of my monograms. I love my monograms. But yes, they are. But there also comes a time to where you just want to lay down.
Yeah.
Want to sit and relax.
Yes.
Well, so, I think the table eating table eating was in my generation for
mine
sure.
Too.
And it was, the way for everybody to catch up on their day. What did you do today? What did you do today? What did you screw up today is usually how it went when it came around.
What gum did you steal? Whose cologne did you buy?
Yeah, that's right. And so, but now with the advent of the cell phone, we're all connected at all times of the day, texting, pictures, voice memos, all that. So I know what you did today. I do like to connect. I mean, there's times we get in bed and we connect and we talk about different projects that are going on.
I think it depends on your lifestyle.
Right.
I really do, because I understand that, we homeschool, but there's people that don't, and they go off to work that day. Their kids go off to work. They come home. Everybody comes home around 5:30 because they work a 9 to 5, and now everybody's home right then.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand how was your day, all of that. But like your husband, as a police officer, he has different shifts. You have different shifts. Your one of your kids work. So I get that. Now, our lifestyle, we're with our kids all day long, pretty much. We run a business together, so we're with each other all day long.
Also too long.
So what do you want me to do at 8:00 at night? I am done with y'all.
You're done talking.
I'm done. I want to watch my show.
Yes.
I want to, eat my snacks.
And we have over 20 years of marriage.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's nothing I'm going to learn.
Well, and I see you all day.
Yeah. Yeah. I
so
know
what am I going to ask you? What'd you do with me?
Yeah.
I know what you did.
What did we do today?
It's even like sitting on the couch and watching TV. If you're sitting on the couch and you're eating your supper and you're getting ready to go to bed, it still leaves the invitation out there for other people to talk to you.
I agree.
Gross.
And when I'm in my bed, like my kids know that's you better knock on the door, and if I don't say come in, do not open that door, because you will have to turn around and go right back out.
The Hungry Man dinners and like the old school TV trays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I remember like that was my dad, and it was like, don't talk to your dad when he's eating dinner, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, we would
even
have
now though, don't talk to your dad
That's
when
true.
he's eating dinner.
But I mean, we would have family dinners, but it wasn't like all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it really just has to do with your lifestyle.
I agree.
I guess the other part of me is like, why am I trying to plate all this stuff into bigger bowls to put on a table to put onto the smaller bowls after I had the pans?
And then you have extra dishes.
No, I'm not trying to do all that.
Okay.
Take it out of here and put it on your plate. Go watch your show somewhere and don't bother me.
Well, there are some people who are absolutely adamant, like completely against it.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like unhygienic, and they have all kinds of different reasons why you shouldn't do it.
I don't understand how what are you just like throwing it all over the place? Like, look at this spaghetti.
You get a smorgasbord.
I mean, are you not careful? Are you 4 years old?
Exactly. I feel that way too. I think it's just a way for them to feel pretentious over people who want to just lay in bed.
I ain't gonna lie, I love to eat in bed.
Yeah,
I'm a
I do
little
too.
snacky.
I do too.
Same. So it sounds like we're all a dink.
Well, the weirdest thing is when I go to somebody else's house and I go get in their bed. It's always frowned
You're
upon.
like, hey, you want to come over for dinner? You're like, how big's your bed?
How do you use your remote? I need to know.
Hey, you guys want to come over for a dinner party? Can you put a show on?
How many people can fit in your bed?
You want to snuggle?
Oh my gosh.
Now I did see something a little strange, and I know this is a little off topic, but my sister and I were at a restaurant and we were eating, and there was a couple sitting next to us, and they were like sitting next to each other, like how kind of date people do instead of across. And they literally put up their phone and sat there and watched a show while they ate their. Is
like
it
what
though?
generation are we talking?
Like, is it though? Because y'all are out eating dinner
the
at a
show
restaurant.
is in front of you. The show is 360. It's all
but
around
they're sharing.
you.
I think that's really cute. I think that they're still sharing it together.
But why are you doing that out?
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't want to eat at home.
Well, that's one of the reasons we do it too, because we don't get a ton of TV time.
We don't. I look forward to my 30-minute show at the end of the day where it's like, I don't have to think about anything.
Right.
And don't dare, if we're on a series, you do not dare watch it while I'm away.
No, I don't. I promise.
We have our own shows that we're allowed to watch separate of each other.
Yes, that either one of us hate the other show, so we're like, you can watch it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a dink. Eat in bed.
I'm easy at dink on eating in bed for sure.
Do it.
For sure. Not soup, though.
I will eat soup in bed.
Oh, God.
I love my soup, though. You know I love soup. You want me a little soup crock pot, but I will eat soup sitting up.
There's a character.
I would hope you weren't laying down pouring it on yourself.
So I was like trying to get it in the side of your mouth.
What do you got, a thermos?
But like some things I won't eat in bed is like toast.
Okay,
because toast is crumbly, and I don't
are
like
you
that.
not using plates?
Well, of course.
Yeah, but still,
it kind of
it's crummy.
It crumbles on the plate. Like the plate is there for protection.
I mean, you got to be
Not
savage.
always.
Sometimes you're a savage with toast.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I'm a big toast savage.
I guess maybe I am too, because I make a mess with toast. Every time I eat toast, there's crumbs everywhere.
Or how often are you eating toast?
Good Lord, that's a lot of soup and toast.
You talked about toast last time with peanut butter. Like, damn.
We don't even toast that
I
much.
guess I do eat toast
Is our
a lot.
toaster even out?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Good Lord. With
At
the
least
We've
once
done
a
pull our
week.
toaster out, I think.
Okay, can we Dink?
Like my favorite thing to eat, especially in the mornings,
It's toast.
is a piece of toast with butter and cheese and ham.
In your bed. Do you go back to bed for
Sometimes.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back to bed and eat.
Oh, you're a morning bed eater.
Ew.
Yes.
Morning bed eater.
Well, I only eat like once or twice a day.
Scarlet
so
letter.
It's kind of hard. It's only on Saturdays.
I didn't
That's
know
the
you were
only time.
MBE.
It's too much now. Okay, I'm a Dink.
Dink, dink.
News you can use.
Coming to you pre-recorded from the BDE Podcast News Desk. News you can use is powered by That Pickleball Swag, your go-to for shirts, hats, keychains, and more, made for players who live and breathe the game. From rec play to gift day, they've got the goods to keep your pickle style strong. Use code BIGDINKEnergy15 at thatpickleballswag.com to save 15% and upgrade your court presence from meh to legendary.
I get compliments on my keychains all the time. All right, so some news you can use. I've had a lot of people ask me what DUPR is, and so I wanted to give you some DUPR facts.
It's from Young Frankenstein.
Not
Super duper.
Okay, so DUPR stands for Dynamic Universal Pickleball Rating. The rating scale goes from 2 to 8. It applies to singles, doubles, and mixed. It's gender neutral and global, so the same system for everybody. It's based on win-loss outcomes and point differentials. Both recreational and tournament matches can count if verified. Algorithm updates after each eligible match. You can claim or create a DUPR profile at mydupr.com. A higher rating equals a higher skill level. Pro players are typically 6.0 and above, so not me at my 2.9.
6'9".
Oh, I am a 2.7. Yeah,
Yeah.
2.69. And then most rec players fall between 2.5, so I beat it.
Yeah, look
Good
at
job.
you.
And,
Killing it.
and 4.5.
I like that. Yeah. And DUPR, I'm still looking. If you want to have a solid 1.5 in your rating system, come see me. That's it for this episode. Unless you've got something to say, think we got it wrong, have a better take, we want to hear it. Find us at bdepodcast.com or at BDE Podcast on the socials. Drop us a message. We might just feature you in the next episode. If you had a good time, well, samesies. If not, maybe try again. We grow on people. So you know the deal. Follow the show, tell a friend, and leave us a review. Or just pretend this never happened. Until next time, keep the dink soft and the energy big.